hear out this ear. There we go. Alright. So hopefully, I mean, it's patched as much as it can be. We might still encounter crashes. I'll just try to save as often as I can. We'll see. Again, I'm just surprised that this is windowed borderless, or full screen borderless. It's kind of nuts. These games never are. So hopefully I won't have to worry too much about it crashing due to tabbing out. Might still have some issues. Like I said, this is the original version, not the director's cut, as you can see. Original release version. I don't think there's anything I need to do setup-wise. Text speed's normal, leave that on for now. Gamma correction disabled. I did not adjust the gamma. We might have to do that later on. Hence off, surround music. Do we want surround sound, chat? Can't really tell a difference. How's the volume, by the way? At least in the main menu. Because I need to adjust it via my volume mixer. There are no in-game audio settings. Oh, is there no Twitch page for the game? What do you mean, Frederick? Well, this game isn't on Steam. A little louder? Okay, we can do that. I did turn it. This game is loud as fuck. I had to turn it down in my volume mixer almost all the way because it was blaring. So I'll turn it up just a tad. Yeah, this game was delisted from Steam quite some time ago. Almost like a decade ago now, I don't know. I want to say both the original and the director's cut, or maybe I don't know if the director's cut is still available on Steam. I don't think it is. It was some, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was some issue between the developer and the publisher that caused it to get pulled. However, the developer they do make it publicly and openly available to download for free if you have no other means. And I wanted to play the original version on Director's Cut. Are you talking about the Twitch page for it? Oh, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know why it wouldn't be linking you to the game. I mean, it has a category, so when you click on a game category on Twitch, it should just show you like the name of the game, and then it just shows you anyone who is currently live streaming that game or who has VODs because they previously streamed this game live. Might not show anything because there's no one else playing this game. But quick and dirty intro to the story here that I'm sure the game will give to us. We are, as far as I remember, we are either investigating or going to go live in this house because we're a writer or a journalist, something along those lines. Live in this house that was previously occupied by, well, someone who also... Okay, start from the beginning. There was a man who was accused of murdering their spouse that lived in this house, and therein he died. It was unknown whether it was suicide or murder or other mysterious circumstances. After that, another guy tried to live in there. I believe he went missing or he also died. I'm trying to remember the synopsis, and I don't really. And now our character that we play as is going to live in this home. This is my first time playing it. I've avoided watching a lot of gameplay of it over the years because I wanted to save it for myself. I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't know the story at all, so bad explanation set up, but that's what I've got in my brain. Yeah, no one's playing it. Yeah, when you click on a game on Twitch, it just, that's like a directory of anyone else who is playing or has played this game. What's up, Nate? Starring John Bell. It's listed, but it isn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the original, completely unavailable. And the director's cut delisted. Now, I don't know if the director's cut was delisted due to publisher developer issues, or if it was delisted because it ran so horribly, like it caused blue screen issues. I don't know. This is a highly rated horror adventure classic. This one that's always been very, very highly recommended. I'm excited to finally play it. This is one that I've always wanted the boxed version for. No, Joe. No. Absolutely not.
I arrived at Blackwood Manor one cold Saturday morning amidst a thick veil of fog. The weather didn't look good, and there was an unnatural calm surrounding the area, yet I soon became entangled with the place.
Cheers. Nice, moody setup. We love it. I hate it here. I'm so sorry. I want you to have a good and decent audio experience. That's my bad. I'll make sure my audio is playing through 2 separate ears and sounds like shit and is like bit crushed to fuck next time. And has like every single noise cancellation filter. Gorgeous scene. Saturday, October 12th. Spooky month, perfect. The cloudy sky above me seemed rather unsettling, almost made me lose my balance. I felt a curious urge to run for shelter, and my new home in the distance seemed very inviting. Yeah, I'll fucking say, that's where you get to live? Inviting indeed. Whoa. The texture on these rocks is very real. I know it's a photo, but like, in-game it just looks very realistic. Does that make sense? Often when games use photos as textures, it ends up looking less realistic, but I don't know, this looks very real. Okay. Ooh, I love the color palette. Very moody. Oh. It was the boot of my car, which, considering my non-existent technical experience, I hoped I would never need to open. You can't open the trunk of your car? I don't think you need to be a mechanic to do that, sir, but what do I know? Oh shit, we can just get out? I will probably need the key to get inside. Yeah. Oh. Hee hee. Okay. How do I get out of here? Let me out. Oh, I had to open the door. Beep beep. How do I click the start button? How do I open the boot of my car? Mini takes up all the width. I'm surprised he even got it through the gate. This doesn't feel like a gate that you drive through. This feels like a gate that you drive up to and walk through. He had to get out of his car, open the gate, park it over here, and then close the gate behind him. The imposing main gates were guarding the entrance to the manor. Even if I wanted to leave, I could not do so on foot. Sure you can. Oh, I love the sky. Oh, the fact that the sky is animated is actually impressive. Ooh. Man, this game's so pretty. This is like one of my favorite color palettes. Just moody, gray, desaturated. Mwah. A hefty lock was preventing my entry into the garage. May we not look inside? There was no way I could open it with my bare hands. I do like how everything is written like a first-person novel. Maybe that's where the engine is. Could be. Okay. Nothing else over here that I'm seeing that I can interact with. Nice fountain, well modeled. Listen to an Agatha Christie book today? Ah, lovely. Ooh, do we want to go to the garden first? Oh, look at this place. Damn. You lucked out, man. However you came upon this. Go to the garden first, though. Okay. Might have to turn down the camera movement speed. It's a... Oh, it doesn't make me sick. Ooh. Let's go into this barren path first. Looks like it goes behind the house. Anything to click on here? I'm also impressed by the fact that it's panoramic.
Hurry back.
Who is it? Ghost. Hello. Welcome. Thank you very much for the raid, dude. How was Beldenbing? How was it? Welcome in, Cerulean. Din, welcome back. Ghost, hello. How was your stream? Oh. We just have this little mausoleum bell tower in our newfound garden? How much did you pay for this place, dude? Holy shit. Hello? The massive double doors leading to the interior of the chapel were locked. You have an on-property chapel. Impressive. Oh, you beat a boss? Hell yeah. Through the thicket. Wait, we didn't go... Oh, this is the side of the house. I thought, it was a gazebo. Okay. Back here, I want to go into the woods. And thank you for the follow, Cerulean Knight. Dekoyu. I'm glad you had a good time with Elden Ring. I know you've been going pretty fucking ham on it lately. And we have a greenhouse. I don't give a shit if this place is haunted. That just adds to the value to me. Holy fuck. You have an ornate Victorian-style greenhouse? Are you kidding me? And none of the glass is broken? Insane. This game takes place in the 70s, I believe. I want to say like 73, like early 70s. The door to the greenhouse was stuck, probably due to some serious rusting of its hinges. Lick it. Spit on it. I almost succeeded, but in spite of my efforts, the door wouldn't budge. I love the colors in this game. Very moody. What the fuck am I? Oh, okay, we're just doing that. Alright. There better be disco. This is set in the 70s. I hope so. Ooh, nice glass. Alright, let me in. The door to the house is locked. Fortunately. Are you scared? Alright, this is how we get to our inventory. We have our fancy key, our car key, our suitcases. Can we... Wait. Can we have our car key. We took it with us. Before we go inside, I thought that was maybe the house key, but... Can we use it on the boot? Or is there something else we need from the car? We have our suitcases already. I hoped I would never need to open. Well, c'est la vie. Oh, you can't... Oh, there we go. That key didn't fit here. Okay, good to know. I'm assuming we can't use our suitcase outside. Love the quiet, ominous opening. Color palette and like kind of vibe-wise, it reminds me a little bit of the like house area of at the beginning of Necronomicon: Dawning of Darkness. Except I think this is so far is playing a little bit better. Looks a little bit nicer. I hope it's not as jank as fucking Necronomicon. God, that fucking game. It's painful. It was a meme, but painful. Is this our house key? Fancy. Right click. There we go. With very little effort, the key unlocked the front door. Nice and I hope we're wearing bell bottoms and brown corduroy. I know, isn't it gorgeous, Ghost? Damn. What kind of salary do you have? And you just afforded this place? To be fair, there were like a couple tragic deaths in this house, so he probably got it for... Oh, hello? Oh, fuck, where's the phone? Probably got it pretty cheap. Oh, perfect. Hello?
Michael, it's me.
Hey, Jerry.
Very quiet, sorry.
I see that piece of junk you got there is working.
My thoughts exactly. I was afraid it'd fall apart as soon as I laid my fingers on it.
Phone?
So how did you find everything? Do you like the place?
It's hard to tell yet. I'm very impressed, that's for sure.
You sound odd.
Yes, it's perfectly fine. It's just that I'm in awe. I mean, pleasantly surprised.
This house is insane.
This house is like a dream come true.
So you do like it? You got me worried there for 1 second.
I'm telling you, I'm going to turn this place into a factory of horror stories.
He is a writer.
You ought to finish that book. I'm rooting for you, mate. You sure everything is in order?
Well, I just got here. Let me have a look around, and I'll get back to you if I find anything strange.
Excellent.
Of
I'll
course.
talk to you later.
See ya. Thanks, Mikey. And use the car key to get the leave ending. I didn't try, actually. I see what you mean, yeah, especially the up-close model scenes. So in 76, okay, late 70s. Which is only 130 years after Open March, some of the old ones. I mean, you bought this house with everything in it? There's like hardly any dust. It's fully decorated. I mean, the walls are a bit shabby, but that makes them all the more lovely. Fully decorated, fully furnished. Really, how much did you fucking pay for this? With a grand piano? Holy fuck, man. It's like $1 bajillion. Look at the painting. A woman peeling vegetables. Lovely. Yeah, what kind of writer budget do you have? The place was full of exquisite, albeit aged, candelabras. You say that like it's a bad thing. Michelangelo. Nothing to say about it. Lovely, though. She's so tired of potatoes. She's just a hater. The fireplace had a generous amount of wood in it, and I was relieved to know that I could warm the place up in case it got cold. I'm certainly not good at chopping trees. Well, I feel like if you live here, you might have to get decent at it. And like you can tell, at least I think I can tell, that it seems like most everything here was hand-modeled, maybe? I'm looking at a lot of the filigree work, like on this grating on the fireplace, the edges of the candelabra, or even on the lamp here. These very sharp, pointy, swirly bits, which aren't very realistically Victorian, and you don't really see anything that sharp and pointy. Almost looks cyber-futuristic in old furniture, but to me it shows that it's all hand-modeled for this game, which I think is really cool. Yeah, sorry the dialogue is so quiet. Unfortunately, there are like no settings, like no audio settings really. Oops. Let's go back. Like if you go to the setup, you have surround music and that's it, so. And look at the table over here. A fancy red clock, which sadly wasn't functioning. So that's not what's ticking. Painting of some barrels. Baroque painting. God, what's this one named again? It's the Caravaggio, yeah? Forget the name of it. Lovely curtains, a whole ass piano. It was all gibberish to me. This looks like a very complicated score, to be fair. I hope there's no piano puzzle. Okay, let's see what's through this door. Was this the library? Oh, your study? Oh, gorgeous. I get so much work done in here, are you kidding? Oh, no fire here. Remnants of a previous fire. The stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch. Wasn't expecting different dialogue there. Missing candle. Aged candelabras. Anything to say about this Bronze Age shield? Guess not. The glass was empty. Pity, I could have used a drink. Who knows how long it would have been sitting there, but cheers, I probably would have taken a sip too. Just a bunch of uninteresting books. Hater. There could have been 100-year-old stale, dust-covered wine sitting out on the table. I would have loved to have a drink. Cheers, me too. Ooh, don't mind if I do. No, smoking can kill you, especially when the cigars are decades old. But you were willing to drink open-aired, decade-old alcohol? I mean, decade-old alcohol, you can drink that, no problem, but, like, not sitting out in the open air. But no, that, you entertained that idea. But not the antique cigars that are there for decoration. Okay, man. Let's spin it. Whee! Nice. When I was yard sailing this summer, I came across, albeit not antique, I came across a giant globe like this, like a giant spinning globe on the big wooden frame for a really good price. Insanely good price. And I was so close to buying it, but I don't really have anywhere to put it, and I couldn't carry it with me because I was on foot. So I did not purchase it, and I kind of regret it. Even though it wasn't an antique, it was still a very good price, and it looked aged. It would have been neat. And it would have made me feel like I was the protagonist in a horror adventure game. Several trophies for remarkable accomplishments adorn the room. I have indeed played Darkfall. That's where the exclamation point "buy" comes from. Also, welcome in, Dr. Harm. Thanks for joining, dude. Musty cigars and corked wine. No, he only wants uncorked open-air wine, you see. Diploma granting the title of construction engineer to James T. Blackwood. Is that the original owner of this house or the last person who lived here? Most of the clocks are not working. Huge collection of books was impressive. I would have gladly spent days going through them. You just said the books weren't interesting. Now you say they're impressive. Okay. And they just left everything in the house behind? What a dream. Turn around at my desk, please. Okay, some books. Money, free money, let's go. You don't want the free money? And they left you money? Oh, this place has got to be wicked fucking haunted if they even left the money behind. Are you kidding? How do I inspect? Oh, right. There we go. The envelope was empty. Huh. Key to my trusty car. My loyal typewriter was inside of that case. Okay. The suitcase was holding some of my stuff and was awfully heavy. Got it. It's free money. Yeah, look at this drawer. It's full of fucking money that he just gets. Can't open the top drawer. There we go. Old photos and an inkwell that he has no interest in, apparently. It was locked. I don't suppose we can use the house key on it, can we? That key didn't fit, no. Cool glasses and a book. February 6th. Oops. The construction of the railway bridge is almost complete and went quite smoothly. Took longer than I expected, yet I wish it would have lasted longer. I will soon be very sad to leave South Africa. I've become so attached to it, its culture, its arts, over the past few months that I can't help but feeling as if it were already a part of me. I will surely return someday. Soon, hopefully, although I'm afraid there's a great deal of work to be taken care of back in Old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends here who were ecstatic about my new appreciation of their country. They have offered me some wonderful objects as a token of gratitude, which I have already crated and got ready to ship, along with many trinkets I bought myself. Looks like I'm about to start a very substantial collection. It's a good thing Catherine agreed to move into our new home, although I fear several renovations will have to be made. Even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. Seems I'll have to get back to work. John Patterson has just told me some natives are causing trouble. A very unfortunate thing, although I'm secretly rejoicing. Good, because you're on their fucking land? February 12th. The natives won't leave. I wonder why. It's not like they're causing trouble so much as they're unsettling our workers. Get over it. The only complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees staring at us without blinking an eye. I've watched them for a few minutes, and they truly seem like some tenebrous statues. First it was just annoying, but lately it has become downright creepy. They seem to be stalking us. So it's not like they're hindering the construction, but there is a general uneasy feeling, as if they were about to jump at us at any moment. I think I'll hire some protection as a measure of precaution. How dare they watch you work on their fucking land? Golly. Golly. Flowering mugwort can be great in stews. I would assume that when it has flowered, it would become perhaps a little bit more bitter. That's usually the case with a lot of herbs. You want to harvest them early and tender for the best flavor. I didn't really take into account of it as an edible. More used to like nettle soups. I clutch my pearls as the local population watched me do construction work. But I'm curious about that. I wouldn't have assumed it was either flavor-wise or like composition-wise a choice edible for soups, considering just like its fujone content, even though it's very low. But I do like it in teas. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. Jesus Christ. They live in a nearby village and are a very small group, yet they seem to manage quite well because they've lived here for eons. You just got here. You got to this place to do construction and you don't even know anything about the people who already lived here? I'm not surprised. I thought of them as quite an uncivilized tribe. But their movements are calculated, and one can perceive a sense of careful organization in their tasks. They're not barbarian animals after all. Oddly enough, they seem to be very brutish, and their aspect looks awful, although I couldn't take a good look at their facial features as I followed one of them carefully on my own, and it could have been dangerous getting any closer, so you stalked them. Sounds right for a colonist, okay. Also, the village is poor and very rough, but some of the shacks leapt out as inviting or special. It made me very curious. I'll try to come closer tomorrow. February 16th. My second expedition into the village of the natives has been foiled by an unexpected problem at the bridge. I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part, an indication that I should be focusing more on the task at hand and put my sudden love for all African things aside for a moment. Wow, it was my fault and I accept it. This is aged well. Keep in mind, this journal is what's supposed to be written, so this takes place in the 70s, but I think this is like the original owners. I'm going to assume that this is the original owner of the house's journal, so 1800s-ish. It's my fault and I accept it. February 20th. They are at it again, lurking beyond the forest. It's amazing how they changed our perception of the surroundings. At first, we were delighted by the quiet nature of the place. Now we fear what horrors might be concealed in that dark and foreboding cloak of trees. The tops loom above us, overshadowing that bridge, and strange noises haunt our meals. Even the river telling ungodly secrets. We could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but I can't help but feeling the area has, in fact, become more sinister. And yet, I'm still looking forward to satisfying my curiosity about the tribe. February 24th. At last, I found something more about the neighboring tribe. This is an incredible finding, and I just can't withhold my excitement. Some elders at the local town happen to know about them, but only through the stories they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assumed to be extinct long ago, but according to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they ever learned of them was during their childhood, when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way they have been stalking us. People used to call them... It's a little bit hard to read. Dom? I don't know if that's D-L-H-A-U-M or DJ. gonna say Daham. As much was the sound of, sorry, people used to call them Daham, as such was the sound of screams heard echoing late in the night. They'd come into the streets and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the distance. Some would say it was a fire, others the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light amid those fantastic screams was bone-chilling. Sounds fucking awesome. The macabre scene would suddenly stop, just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in days to come. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer until they soon faded into oblivion. The tribe apparently had retreated back into obscurity. Until now. They were later known as the Dalmar. DH. As the Dalmar, a rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember its origin. I find it extremely surprising that nobody has ever heard about this tribe with the exception of a few townspeople. They must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations in the town, very old. Sub-funeral. Had this one on your wish list. I've heard it's a classic. I'm excited to get into it. I suspect they also think this place has become a little bit more sinister, yeah. February 27th. I will confess that I've become nearly obsessed with this strange tribe. I see them as the most prized goal of my appreciation towards all South African things, a dangerous yet irresistible reward. Love how you're just objectifying this entire tribe. That's very cool. You can't just say, I really appreciate their culture and I want to immerse myself in it and learn more. You're saying they're a prize that I must have. I feel as if they were my discovery. I simply have to study them before leaving. I fear I won't have the chance to ever again. It's become an important goal of mine, even more important than finishing the bridge. March 4th. Finally, I've managed to see them. My God, what a disturbing spectacle. When we arrived, they were moving around the village very slowly without speaking or communicating with each other, each minding his or her own business, completely alien to the rest of the world. They were filthy looking, coarse, and downright disgusting. I couldn't see any weapons, but they could have been stored somewhere. It was all very strange behavior in a tribe. They must be quite unique. Then, as if they had suddenly all become possessed by some wild spirit, they began shaking spasmodically and screaming like mad. Some of them dropped to their knees and lifted their heads to the sky, eyes blank and moaning in an indescribable way. Two of them walked away, still at that monotonous and slow manner, and in great contrast to the rest of the scene, into a shack. The next minute they brought out into the open an odd-looking mask. Its shapes, colors, and overall looks, while unsettling, were mesmerizing, and I felt instantly hypnotized by it. I rendered my modest collection of African curiosities into dull and uninteresting items. The mask was very ominous, and the whole tribe seemed to greatly revere it. Soon they began to gather around it and move in circles, fluttering and chanting a guttural psalm. Judging by their motions and aspect of the whole ritual, it must have been some kind of war ritual. I'm not sure how to explain what happened next, as I feel my pulse is already throbbing. Words fail me to recount the most disturbing thing I've ever witnessed. One of the male villagers walked into the middle, near the mask, by his own will. It was almost an automatic act. All of a sudden, the remaining members became silent. I can't tell for how long it lasted, but I was afraid to breathe. I think Dalby and the others were also scared. They wouldn't even blink. I remember being soaked wet and expectant. The silence was so unnatural. Then a few members separated from the people circling the mask and jumped on the single villager, beating him to death. To be completely faithful to the event, the small crowd tore him apart. They grabbed his legs in twos and threes and twisted them in a manner I dare not describe. His face was disfigured with their bare fingernails and teeth, and the torso soon disappeared under the frenzied tangle of hands. In a matter of a few minutes, the villager was turned into a red sack of bones. Not one of the attackers had the compassion to snap his neck during the sickening process. All was very methodical, as if it was just another mundane task. The most terrifying aspect, though, was that the victim didn't even cringe. The silence was so deep I could hear his flesh ripping. I would expect any living creature to scream its guts out in such a condition. I can't tell whether he was drugged or half asleep, but I did recognize him dancing like everybody else before walking into the middle of the circle. It was the most outrageous and sadistic sacrifice I've ever heard of. I don't think I will ever forget what I saw. My intentions of approaching further, even if they didn't have any weapons at hand, vanished. Those creatures, I dare not call them human beings, could have killed my whole company in the blink of an eye with their rage. They seemed to be completely out of themselves and willing to destroy anything intruding into their path. While the images of the sacrifice still haunt my thought. Excuse me. I still can't seem to forget that mask. It was so deceptively simple and yet perfect in its design. I haven't seen anything like it. Surely would have loved to take a better look. I feel that Dalmar, dangerous as they are, could be the most important ethnical finding in decades. What I've seen today is crying for some further investigation. I just can't leave them like that. I would never forgive myself. And the mask. That mask. Interesting. You got food? Nice. Very nice. He mentioned that he's sure that they would have tore him apart in a rage, right? How does he know that? How does he know that this act of live cannibalism was not only part of the ritual to be done to this one subject? Why would they have any need to tear you apart? But it was quite a spooky, well-told story in the end there. I know I gave it some grief at the beginning, but it was very descriptive. I don't know, sounds like sounds like a good night. I was ecstatic after reading the journal. The material was incredible. That's some good writing inspiration for you, sir. What a start. This door almost looks charred, doesn't it? This is the door we came through, yeah? Yeah. Ooh, very dreary, dark dining room. Beautiful. There's a light switch. I intended to brighten up the whole place, but to my surprise, the lights would not work. What's up, Marvel? Another Caravaggio? Is this one Caravaggio as well? No, this one isn't. Is it? Probably. You played it because your dad insisted that you did. Goated dad behavior. What's his number? Alright, lovely piece of art. How's it going, Marvel? Yeah, I'm finally getting around to this one. Been meaning to for a long time. Oh, I'm already so lost in this house. Are you kidding? Okay, this will take us upstairs. Don't want to go upstairs yet. I feel like I've not finished exploring the first floor. I haven't even finished exploring this room. Okay, man with geese. Mirror. Impressionist painting. Exquisite candelabra. Tablecloth napkins. That certainly isn't my thing. What? Napkins aren't your thing? Oh. Okay. Thanks for the information, sir. What do you mean your thing? Like, what is that? What do you mean napkins aren't your thing? What does that even mean? Okay. Character turns... Oh, I'm turning it slowly on purpose, NP. This is like how fast you 360, which is pretty quick. You can adjust the speed. But I was going very slow on purpose because this was a little bit too fast and I couldn't see what I was doing. It was just some useless junk. What do you mean useless junk? An antique decorative plate? God damn. He prefers to use his bib. No, they're not his thing. He doesn't use napkins. Wet wipes only. Something. I don't know. They're not my thing. I guess that's what happens when you don't water the plants for a long time. Yeah, I guess. I fucking guess, man. Jesus. A couple beautiful vases made of shiny glasses were standing on the table. Oh, so these are beautiful, but this decorative commemorative plate is old junk. Okay. Plants by the windows, they dry. Yeah, a little bit. I open this cabinet. Ooh, there. Now, now we're talking. Couldn't decide what was more impressive, the incredible collection of books in the study or the amount of booze in the dining room. Before I would do anything, before I would even put my luggage away, take a sip, read a book, light the fireplace, have a little rest. You've been traveling for a while. He walks around with Cheeto fingers. Napkins just, not my thing, you see? Now you don't want to drink? Before you just said how much you would love a drink, and now you suddenly don't want one. Okay. Fine. You don't get a drink, not for you. Alright, is there anything else? This... Oh god, now I'm kind of lost. This takes us... Does it take us back into the study? Foyer. Okay. This is where we really started. Okay, let's see what else is here before we then go back this way. I know we can go upstairs from here, but I don't quite want to. Okay, no, there's definitely nothing else in there. Okay, so, is there anything underneath the staircase? Huge vase of oriental craftsmanship standing by the window. A rather torn umbrella. Books and booze. I don't need napkins. The time was 9 a.m. Oh, maybe that's why he didn't want to cozy up by the fire with a drink just yet. It's fucking 9 in the morning. Cheers. Don't be a coward. Let me back in here. I want to go to the side. The little side stairwell. Through here? Can't remember. No, this is into the study. Okay, other door. Yeah, fuck it. 9. Who gives a shit? Do you have anything to do, man? Who cares if it's 9 in the morning? Because I just pick games I'm interested in, NP, and games that I would like to cover on stream. I tend to be interested in things that are niche to begin with. Things that I would not only enjoy playing, but I would enjoy sharing and think that you guys would enjoy. Several vases of African craftsmanship were standing against the west window. Ooh, there we go. Let's see what's at the end of this hall. Oh, this painting. Holbein? I want to say? I think it's Dutch, isn't it? The drawer was stuck beyond hope. Okay, Drama King. Another classic painting. Alright. Nice windows. Also welcome an Infinity issue. So we came through this door, yeah? We gotta go forward. Let's do this one. This is the kitchen? Ooh. By comparison, kind of a shabby kitchen, I suppose, but yeah, pretty shabby kitchen by comparison to the rest of the house, but maybe, I don't know, due to the age of the house, this is where the servants would have cooked. I love me some classical art, yes indeed. There are plenty of kitchen utensils in the house, ready to be used. Can we get a pot of tea going if you don't want to booze it up at 9 a.m.? Come on now. The door to the oven was firmly stuck. Everything in this place is stuck. Okay. Nice antique coffee grinder. Damn. This place has got to be worth a fortune. Apparently the water wasn't running. Wouldn't expect it to. Tea set. Ooh, almost missed this. Ah, I will take that with me. We are off to a great start if the game is letting me grab the fucking knife right away. Cheers. Empty. What does he have to say about the knife? I was carefully holding a sharp butcher's knife. Glad we came here first. Who knows when I'll need to defend myself against a ghost. Plate of bones. The interior of the refrigerator was begging for some serious cleaning, not to mention powerful disinfectant. Night time. I also keep a plate of bones in my fridge. Okay. Nice old fridge, though. Is it still running? Also impressive. Okay, we can go here, here, and there's still the upstairs in that hallway, and there's still the upstairs in the main foyer. Look at these, like, ornate bottles. Serial killer in it. Yippee! Okay. Let's go through this one first. Basement, maybe? Pantry? A bedroom. This place is a maze. Let me, before we explore here, because I don't know where this will lead us, I want to see what's in the other room. In case that is a pantry or a basement. Oh, now we can look at this. Countless jars and cans adorned the kitchen. The door to what do I assume the basement was locked. Okay. That's fine. Oh, is there anything in the below cabinet here? Give me over here. Ah. Okay, no. Let's go through here. There shouldn't be, and if it's not normally there, it's because my air conditioning was on. Fat cheese man. Yeah, everyone knows ghosts are super scared of knives. That's why in every horror game, regardless of what the entity or non-entity at play is, you should grab a knife first, and they never let you. But this guy, he has some smarts. Yeah, wow, this house is fantastically modeled and surprisingly explorable. Like, this place is a bit labyrinthian so far, and everything seems very hand-modeled meticulously. I'm really impressed. Yeah, it's fucking huge. The bed in this room was miserable looking. Take a sniff. What's some ectoplasm between friends? Practical photography, class and paper, a manual, stereoscopic pictures. Ooh. You don't want to take any? Alright. Not sure who this is by, but lovely painting. That's why you have a stash of silverware, exactly. You never know when you'll need to fork or knife a ghost. Spoon a ghost. You always know when you need to do that. What are we taking a photo of, Nate? This is a very 1970s, does Victorian piece on the wall there. Very Victorian revival. Ooh, what's this? Photos. Photo of a tree line. And photo of the bridge. Oh, was this the bridge he was constructing? Or is this just one of the bridges he did construct? I take it he's an architect. Oh, sorry, bit of scribbles, that you're dealing with something. But good to see you back. Yes, we have changed rooms. We are still exploring this massive house. Is he going to say, albeit aged, candelabras? He loves talking about the fucking candelabras. He's obsessed with those. Ooh. Looked like whoever stayed in this room loved photography. God, they really left you the works. Vintage cameras with film roll, too? This guy has it fucking made. Boudoir goods, exquisite hand-blown glass bottles, goddamn. Just some useless junk. I'm gonna beat your ass. Are you kidding? He has it so fucking lucky. This horde of gorgeous antiques. Like, this shit sucks. I hate it. Loser? Help! Uh-oh. Help? Oh, there we go. Whew! That was just like a really tricky click point. I couldn't back out of it. Scared. I had to very specifically click on the drawer handles, close it, and then back out of the scene. Has no taste. I mean, he did say the place was beautiful, but he's calling everything useless junk. His car isn't. I don't know, maybe he thinks his car is junk. I haven't asked him yet. Well, he said he wasn't a fucking mechanic, so he can't open the boot of his goddamn car. Did we already look at the desk? More photos. Lovely autumn forest. Aw, squirrel. Cute. The topmost sheet of paper of the pile had some curious markings on it, so I grabbed it to have a closer look. And did we? Yes, we did. Paper had several markings. Oh, well, you said a closer look, but I guess the fuck not. Okay. Sure. Sure. I fork my ghost people? Maybe. Depends on how aggressive they get. Ooh, gorgeous cover. Housekeeping. The cover makes it look like it's for a photo album. I also recognize this painting. I forget who it's by, though. Okay. Onward. It's through here. Ah. Bathroom being used as a makeshift dark room. These are the photos that we saw. Yeah, these are the ones that we saw in the opening cutscene. Look at those in a moment. The sink was covered in a thick coating of dust. It looks as if the cleaning ladies had skipped this room. Maybe they were afraid of it. The smell coming from the toilet prevented any further investigation. Aw, shit, the lid flew off. Someone had a hard shit. Evidently, this bathroom had been used as some kind of dark room. It's a photo of the kitchen. He has nothing to say about this photo of the kitchen? It looks like the basement door is ajar. That's kind of ominous. I guess there were cleaning ladies. See you later, Nate. Yeah. I don't know, Frederick. I honestly, I couldn't really tell you. Sorry, my phone just scared the fuck out of me. I couldn't really tell you in that regard. It depends on what you're looking at. I'm not super intimately familiar offhand, or off the top of my head, with the emotional and symbolistic properties of those resins. Okay, do you want to take a look at the photos up here? A single flower in the fountain that was not there before. Or at least not there when we looked. The small... This isn't the chapel on our property, no. It doesn't look like it. It had a bell tower. It didn't have a statue and a cross. This can't be on our property. This is kind of haunting. Something about this strangely composite image. I know it's like, here's an old illustration or an old photograph of two people that we posterized and then pasted on top of this photo that we modeled of the house. So it looks a little silly, but also it kind of makes it look haunting. It looks like they're ghosts, like he took a photo of ghosts. Because they don't fit into the scene realistically. They're too small for the scene by far. But I do like it. And a photo of the house itself. Unless this really is a ghost photo. Didn't take that into account. That could be a real ghost photo. Zoinks! Evidently this bathroom used to be some kind of... Okay. Alright. I was really enjoying the ambient music. I'd like more, please. Please, sir. May I have some more ambience? But also, sitting in the eerie silence is kind of getting to me as well. Okay, nice mirror. We already opened that. Alright. So let's go back. Oh, do you have anything to say about this painting? This woodcut? No? Okay. Out we go. We are a vampire confirmed. So I've got a strategies. Alright. Is this a door? Oh, I thought this was just a window. Oh my god, there's so many places to go, holy shit. Let's go, yeah, okay, this goes outside. Got it. Into the dreary, eerie, quiet backyard. Wasn't there another door I have yet to explore? Hold on, before I go outside. Isn't there another door in this hall? That's where we came from, I'm pretty certain. No? There was just the upstairs. Okay. Yeah, let's finish exploring within before we go upstairs. Lovely little painting. Lovely little painting. Just remember there's a way to go out back from the kitchen area outside that we've yet to explore. Expecting to see a ghost any moment now. I remember that Jerry had said a nice room had been prepared for me upstairs. Oh, okay, wait. I'm going to go downstairs then. If upstairs is our goal, I want to explore outside first. Hold that thought. Also, yes, I did see Saturn devouring his son out of the corner of my eye on that wall up there. Do not think I didn't notice it right the fuck away. See you later, Shenlong. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, man. Yeah. Does this just lead all the way back around to the front? Anything over here? Is this a hedge maze? That'd be cool. I appreciate that the scenes are 360. Like I said, I was surprised by that. Lets you explore so much, but part of me, for ease of movement, kind of also wishes it was just four-dimensional. But I don't know, I'm torn. I like them both. Where does this lead? Oh, how pretty. This house is located somewhere in Britain. I don't remember exactly where, but somewhere in Britain. Oh, okay, this takes us... Ah, okay, this is from the photo. Go back. Go back, go back. Not ready for a close-up scene. Blackwood. That's the original owner of the house, yeah? Okay. The thick wire was tied between both handles, securing the door to the crypt. You could easily slide that wire off. You have a key on you. You can just use that to bend the wire, but, you know, you do you. This is quite the fancy crypt to have on your property. Wow. And I love when you turn here, the lighting changes. Oh, gorgeous. Love the color palette. And what a secluded little walk into it. Alright, back inside. Now we'll go upstairs, where old Jerry said I should go. Yeah, I like how it's written from like the perspective of a novel character, T-Sin-P. Which makes sense, considering this guy is a writer. It's written like he wrote it. You know, it's written from his perspective, like if he was the character in his own book, which I think is really cool. Alright. Now we can explore upstairs. Finally! See? There she is! It's not a horror game without it. Cthulhu? Here? Okay. This one's quite standout. Curious. I wonder maybe if this was painted by one of the artists involved in the game? Because this one, everything else has been like a classical piece, very Baroque era even. This is definitely standing out. Looks more 70s fantasy to me. It does, Infinity. Okay, so yeah, it's funny that you say that because at the beginning of the game I was saying that just the way the sky is and the big looming house overhead gave me the vibes of Necronomicon, Dawning of Darkness, which is what it sounds like. It's like a Lovecraftian point-and-click game set on like American coastal New England. So it did give me that vibe. Maybe it's just an ode to that, to their inspiration. Not an ode to that game, but, you know, an ode to Lovecraftian inspiration. But it does stand out. I'm wondering if it's a developer piece. Beautiful. Nothing to say about them, though. Okay. Nope, I didn't mean to walk forward. Stop, bitch. Take a moment to look around. The stained glass window on the internal doors. Insane. Gorgeous. Need a towel, buddy? You might. There were a couple of towels in the bathroom, but a great deal of repair would be necessary before I would attempt to take a shower. Right, this place doesn't even have running water yet. And you moved right in before the water was running? Must be desperate for an escape, my man. Apparently, water wasn't. Yeah, between how, like, swirly and curly this mirror frame is, or, like, looking up at the way this chandelier is modeled, you can just really tell how hand-done it all is. At least there's toilet paper. Not so bad. Gorgeous window. What is this? It's like a tripod here. Painted by Raymond Bayless in 85. Okay, 80s sci-fi fantasy. I was close. Very close. There's nothing else here. Yeah, that one definitely did stand out amongst all the other paintings. But it's in the Cotswolds? What's in the Cotswolds? Damn, what an ominous hallway. There's a third floor? Oh, Jesus. There is so much to explore. Should I go upstairs? He said that the room was on this floor, yeah? I feel like I should go up to the third first. Will you let me? Maybe I need to walk forward once. Now it feels like we're playing Darkfall. Oh, this is proper spooky, isn't it? I know, fat cheese man. The door seems to be stuck. It's locked. One of my goals is to have a nice, realistic-looking canvas print. I mean, like, realistic, so it kind of looks like the painting. Canvas print of my favorite painting. The Beheading of Holofernes by Artemisia Gentileschi. In a nice frame. That's my favorite painting. I would love it. I would love to have that classical piece. And also make it look like quite the horror protagonist's house. You can get custom, like, canvas prints. Now this is the bathroom we want to be in. The upper bathroom would have been beautiful under different conditions, but in its current state is sad and depressing. You can always order custom, like, classic art prints, but of course sourcing all the frames and whatnot that look nice takes some time. But I'd also love to have some more classic art on my walls. Puts chandeliers in bathrooms? A fancy cunt, that too. A real fancy bitch. Let's go to this door next. Everyone who lived here took hard shits, dude. Okay. Another fixer-upper room in ruins. I didn't even want to imagine the piles of rubbish that were inside of those boxes. Dramatic. The amount of trash in this room was unbelievable. It really isn't that bad. Like, this is more construction material, housing material than just trash. And it really isn't unbelievable. This is kind of what I would imagine would be inside of a room for a house that's still in repair. But what do I know? A neat little stove was standing on a plank. You want it. I had to light the stove first. Okay. We need matches or something. Got it. Upstairs, room next to the staircase, there's a stove. I swore that I would scream if I saw another brick. Buddy, the house is made of brick. You're gonna have to get over that, man. Let's lead into the bathroom. Oh, I didn't even notice I didn't even notice this door here. Probably a bit of scribbles. I mean, I know it's been abandoned for quite some time. But somebody did probably try to flip it and gave up because of its mysterious circumstances, perhaps it even being haunted. It is said that at night in this home, scratches were heard on the walls. Okay. There was, yeah, still this way to go, and then an upper attic. Fuck it, let's go all the way up first. Oh, it is dark. Just leads up to this door. Okay. To the attic first. Ooh, this feels like an I Spy scene. Gorgeous attic. Oh, we have so much to look at, my god. A useless array of random items. Would you stop being such a fucking hater? Of every imaginable size and color occupied all corners of the attic. Useless array of random items. These are priceless antiques. I guess to him in the 70s they're not that old, right? But still, goddamn. Also, you're an adventure game protagonist. What do you mean useless items? Everything is of use to you. Oh, I'm surprised it was open. That's a really satisfying little sound. Plastic era. Oh. Yeah, to him they're more vintage, I suppose. Again. Drinking that fucking haterade. Oh, come on. No? You have to reset it. Come on. Aww. Darn. Fine. I didn't want to hear it again anyway. I'm a known hater of music boxes and I would hate to hear them again. There's nothing of interest among those trinkets. God. This is like a treasure trove, you fucking hater. What is your fucking damage? Nothing of interest. Okay. I broke it! I actually have a good couple of broken music boxes. A good couple, I have like 2. I have a vintage musical powder box, actually, that I found at a Goodwill of all places. It is a pink one. Still has the powder puff. And it is terribly broken. It is awfully overwound. So whenever you try to wind it, the key spins back as fast as possible, just making a really large, jarring zwink sound instead of slowly turning and playing the whole song. I'm not a clockmaker or a music box fixer, so I don't know how to release the tension of it. But I would, ooh, a chest. I'd really like to figure it out so I could get it properly working. Because I love music boxes. Ooh. Come take a trip into my aeroplane. Turning up. Okay. Destroyed buildings, photos of airplanes. What is this? Company papers. Barrow, 1848. What of a neighborhood barrow? An old house. Its picturesque outline blackened by flame, Swain's School of Design was a mass of charred ruins this morning. After a fire, something blaze. Meeting place for young artists since its establishment as a design school in 1903. The building is considered a total loss. Its roof caved in, walls charred, and seared, and windows smashed. Guess I'll take that lantern. This seemed to be quite significant for him. Are you good at fixing those kinds of things, Rotora? Gaiety Picturedrome. Victorian postcard. Get the advantage. Join our circle of satisfied patrons. See the best super pictures. Twice nightly. Meat packer receipt, 25 bucks for 3 cuts of meat. Wow, that's quite expensive if we're, like, assuming that this is probably from, like... I don't know, the photos look more like 20s, 30s. No, we're gonna say like 20s on this, so that's quite expensive. Goddamn. Elite player roster, here's our team. Yeah, that's some expensive-ass meat. No, you're not. Then you probably couldn't if you don't know how to unwind it. Yeah, he has no whimsy. I'm tired of these adventure game protagonists having absolutely no whimsy. They hate everything they see. They're always so miserable to be surrounded by ancient ruins. They hate it. I strained my eyes to detect if there was anything useful among that junk, but instead I got the impression of a sinister presence lurking in the shadows. Oh, we can't play the gramophone? Oh, I got really excited. Ugh. Alright. Down we go. And then behind the stairs this way. Okay, a little side room. Oh, is that a staircase? Ah. Pile of little bricks. You could also win against a grizzly bear. Yeah, let me know how that pans out. Uninteresting boxes. A 4th floor? Holy fuck, man. Let me open the window. This is interesting. This makes me feel like at some point we will need to go onto the roof. And TSNP, thanks for the follow, dude. That cool you. And maybe just a small tower. Does that really count as a 4th floor? That's gorgeous. A couple old rusty lamps adorn the top of the tower. Very medieval. Oh, there's no door, no room or anything up here? There's a large crack in the walls of the tower. Okay. Lovely autumn air. Lovely lamps. Okay. Cheers. Where's the clock? I thought I was promised a clock. This game sucks. Alright. Oh. Have we gone in this? Wait, is this the room that we were just in? Or have we not been in this room? Door's locked, but I could see a key on the other side. Can you use one of your keys or perhaps the knife to push through? No, I could have hurt myself. You weenie. Use the other key. The key didn't fit there. Jimmy this key in. Okay, so we need some kind of long instrument. The bone from the fridge! Oh. Wow, I would have... That is very easily missable. Holy fuck. Just a piece of newspaper I'd picked up. Are we doing the jiggly newspaper? Oh my god, Greenhouse would be so excited. There's quite a bit of light coming from below the door. We're doing the jiggly newspaper! Oh, this is their favorite. Okay. Can we try putting anything in there now? As your mom said. Okay, still nothing. Okay. We'll come back. Most of the planks scattered throughout the 3rd floor were all dry and brittle by now. There must have been something I missed in one of the rooms. I feel like I've been really thorough so far. Also, welcome in, Nikes. I didn't already say hello. Alright. So now we can explore the, what, the 3rd floor? 2nd floor? We can go to our room, that's what I mean. Because I went up to the attic originally. Also, if you see it moving super slow like that, occasionally, it's because this game doesn't really have mouse lock. And it sometimes gets stuck on the right-hand side because it's on the edge of my tablet. It's causing it to move more slowly. I think this is also Holbein. He painted a lot of, like, farm scenes. Gorgeous. Love this piece of pan. Maybe with Psyche. Cupid. I was unusually surprised after entering this room with some kind of gallery, its theme being African culture. Why are you that surprised? You just read the whole journal. But to have an in-home gallery is kind of stunning. Beautiful carved masks. Oh, can I take that flask? Don't mind if I do. I saw the little grabby hand icon. Come on. Come on now. The lamp seemed to be broken beyond repair, probably the souvenir of a hazardous journey. Okay, so he's still quite obsessed with his heyday. He almost has like a shrine to it here, doesn't he? For his colonial expeditions. Can I... Oh, I can't tap the drum? Oh. Lovely artwork, lovely colors. Beautiful. Okay, what's over yonder? What is this? A pair of huge carved tusks were occupying a corner of the gallery. It wouldn't move. Okay. Display case was holding perhaps the most impressive items in the room. Beautiful tusks. In-home gallery of Labubu dolls? Hell no, man. I have an in-home gallery of my spooky dolls. I don't need no damn Labubu. Beautiful vases were mesmerizing. You know what I fucking... Speaking of... Fucking... Labubus. Jesus fucking Christ. Twitch gave me the most out-of-touch notification earlier. Actually, can I save my game? I have not saved it all yet. I have not saved my game at all yet. Jesus. What did it say? Let me see if I can find it again. It fucking said... I got a notification from Twitch on the Twitch page. And it said, Labubu this, Labubu that. How about you Labu view the TwitchCon schedule? Girl, shut up. Shut up. How about you Pokemon go to our webpage and look at our TwitchCon schedule? I think they're funny. I have never heard anyone thinking that they're demonic at all. I don't have a problem with them. I think they're actually kind of cute and funny. I know a lot of people are like really intense haters of them. I don't care either way. I just think the recent fascination with them is kind of bizarre. But to me, they come across as like people's not like Beanie Babies, like you said, but it's more like Ugly Dolls, if you guys remember those, or yeah, that's what like more comes across like to me. But I'm not. I mean, I totally 100% believe that people out there think they're demonic, absolutely. But I've not. That's not been at the forefront of their craze currently. Someone at Twitch headquarters. They really thought they cooked with that one. The beautiful faces were mesmerizing. This one's a very unique shape. Looks like a scabbard. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly believe it. Yeah, but they just come across as just like another little collectible doll tchotchke thing. Like, it's not really that surprising to see it like blow up or anything. Some people really hate the way they look. I think they look very... They look almost nostalgic for me. It looks like something I would have loved as a kid. Not because I was a child, but because of like the niches that I was into. I just don't care about them now. Beautiful necklace. Something that looked like a lion's claw was firmly attached to that necklace. You're saying that, like, you need to pull it off for a reason. Yeah, I think there are gotcha machines. Gorgeous tapestry. Yeah, when growing up, I had, like, Webkins and shit, so, like, I had Webkins, Ugly Dolls, I collected Hello Kitty stuff when I was, like, a young teenager. I can't talk shit. Lovely drums, lovely instruments. Okay. Even more tone deaf than trying to sell the tickets to StupidCon. I mean, I don't think TwitchCon is stupid. I think it's a pretty good idea. But, like, just the phrase is just very tone deaf. Maybe that was the point, though. Is that it would make so many people cringe, it would get people to click. Oh, absolutely. Dude, brats were the best. Yes. My preferred order of dolls growing up from favorite to least favorite were Bratz, My Scene, and then Barbie. Bratz were, of course, my favorite. They were the most fashionable. They were bad bitches. I loved them. My favorite Bratz that I had was either the, I want to say I had, like, the Yasmin sleepover, or maybe it was a Chloe sleepover. With her cute little, like, silky night outfit and all of her little accessories, but then the Chloe Rock Angel was my favorite. I had the little guitar, I had the Bratz Rock Angel DVD to go along with it, I believe. Oh yeah, I had Bratz. Even had the dude Bratz. Had a Bratz limousine. Bratz were the shit, dude. That's a different story than, like, little collectible, like, Labubu tchotchkes. Those are just, like, cool dolls to play with. All of those masks, they made me feel very uneasy. They seem to be guarding the room. They're very cool looking. There's one missing. He has nothing to say about the missing one? Huh. Curious. Okay. Alright. So we came through... There's only one door. I like the music in here, too. Furbies. See, my version of Furbies growing up were, what are they called? iDogs? Did you guys ever have those? Those little robot dogs that you would connect with your iPod? I didn't really have Furbies growing up, but I did have, like, I had one and my sibling had one. And those, even if your iPod wasn't connected, even if it wasn't turned on, would just make noises and move around in the middle of the night. I would hear them, like, yipping and their little gears turning in my drawer in the middle of the night. It was very haunting. It was a little disturbing. No painting. I haven't heard iDog in years. Brings me back. Yeah, that was the era where everyone was very obsessed with anything puppy. So you had iDog and you had The Dog, if you guys remember that. And there were a couple other dog-based, like, cute but strange like, products. You were very jealous of your friend's iDog. Ooh, the Master's Suite. God damn. John William Waterhouse, my beloved. Probably the best painter of the pre-Raphaelite movement. Maybe not the best, but certainly the most famous of the pre-Raphaelite movement. All of their paintings are so very good. Dogs. You weren't the target audience for Bratz, but they gave you some synapses. I love Bratz, yeah. But I was a doll kid growing up. I had lots of dolls. You're wearing a Bratz shirt right now? Goated. We love to see it. Passion for fashion, baby. Is this of a significance? Will there be a light puzzle later on? Leave that for now. Yeah, there are two mirrors directly facing each other. That can't be good. You could create a portal. Oh, look at this lovely paper screen. Oh, I was watching a video about this piece recently, actually. And who it was modeled after. I don't remember the artist. A pre-broke piece. Lovely. Love the lighting. I love how it lets you inspect all the paintings, though. That's nice.
A puzzle. Puzzle time.
Not yet. Eventually. So far, it's just been... It's really just letting you explore the entire house before you, rest, I suppose, or before you get to any puzzles, it seems. Like, we've been picking up a couple items. We have that stove to light. We need to figure out how to get that key out of that door, but it's giving you a very easy start just to get your bearings and kind of map out the place, which I really appreciate. It's helped setting the atmosphere. Books on engineering, maths, physics. Not my thing, just like napkins. A diploma was displayed on the shelf. It appeared that the people who lived in the house were very educated. Oh, so many drawers are open, holy shit. Broken glass frame. Shattered woman. Okay, 2 rings and some glasses. Oh, just close that. Some beautiful vanity pieces. Stopwatch that he can just interact with. Some old medicine. And some old shirts. Okay. I don't want to go through a bunch of trinkets and perfumes. I do. Are you kidding me? That's one of the first things I would do after I settle in by the fire, read a book, and have my drink at 9 in the morning when I've just moved into this place. My next order of operation would be to explore everything, open every drawer, look at every nook and cranny, look under the floorboards, look in the attic, look between the slats in the walls, looking for treasure. You've opened every other drawer, and now you just don't want to look at perfume? You hater? Alright, do you want to take a nap? Is it nap time? The bed seemed to be comfortable, but too fancy for me. So you don't want to sleep in it because it's too fancy? Well, you're doing me fucking head in. You want a different room? I'm so sorry, my prince. What do you want? What room is this? Is this the gallery? Yeah. We're quite tall, aren't we? He doesn't want cooties. You just said that bed was clean. Maybe we're not supposed to sleep or anything yet. I assumed we were. I quickly realized that this had to be my room. It became evident why as I glimpsed through the gorgeous view of my huge window. I think I would want the other room. I like the other room a lot more. I mean, this had a spacious writing desk and all, but the other one was just a little bit more cozy. Okay. I want to see if we could look at anything here first. Oh, this piece. I forget what it is called and who it is by, but it's a very detailed piece. And this mirror in the back center of it, that convex mirror, I believe hides a portrait of the artist, I want to say. And it's like rendered very high detail. It was considered really, really impressive at the time. To render reflective detail, especially in things like mirrors. You see it a lot in this era of painting. Because it was just a flashy show of technical skill for the artist. So you see that crop up in a lot. Books in the room were rather boring. No horror novels. Unbelievable. Golly. Okay. What's over here first? That little table could come in handy. Tables usually do come in handy, man. Yeah. Cheers, yeah. You want to light a fire? Cozy first before we get to writing or sleeping? Interesting photo to have largely framed above your fireplace. A little bit ominous. Remnants of a previous fire. It is a very low bed, yeah. What's all this then? Doctor's bag. I grabbed the stethoscope, which seemed to be about the only useful thing in this bag. What? Clinical maternal bed nutrition isn't useful to you, my friend? We have a stethoscope. Maybe for a safe? I haven't seen a safe yet, though. But maybe in that locked room in the attic? Not sure. Okay. Quite the random assortment of items thus far. You want to take a nap? It was too early to go to bed. Gotcha. How about a writing session? Beautiful oak desk was standing against a window with an extraordinary and inspiring view. So you just want to keep puzzling around right now? Let's open the drawers. Empty. Ooh, nice. Fuel for our work. Okay. Anatomical drawings of babies, maybe Da Vinci. That's like the second maternal-based thing we found in this room, yeah? Anatomical. Or Da Vinci anatomy. Cheers. Very nice printouts. Okay. We found our room. Do you want to... Maybe we put our typewriter on the desk? I didn't think about that. Ah, there we go. Yep. Beautiful. Load her up. I was eager to start doing some work, but the idea of exploring the place was too tempting. Have I not thoroughly explored everywhere yet? I feel like this is my last stop here. No? Okay, no work for us. So he wants to open all the doors first. So we have a knife for some reason. We have this lantern, which I don't believe works. We still need a way to light that tiny stove for some reason. We need some sort of long instrument that's not your dad's wiener to stick through the keyhole in the upper level. What else? That's all I really know so far. Old-fashioned lamp made me think of exciting adventures I've always dreamed of going on. Does it work? Maybe can we open our suitcase, like put it on the bed or something? The bed wasn't a good place. I had to sleep there. Oh, here, the side table. Wait, stop. Stop. Put that away, put that away. Put it away. There's a suitcase under here. Oh, we can't... Never mind. We cannot, explore it. Or investigate it. Michael Arthate. Or Art Hate? He does seem to be a hater. Makes sense. Vanishing Town. Is this your book? The #1 bestseller, the most breathtaking page-turner of the year. A passing traveler comes across the small town of Fetchrock set in Cornwall, England, only to find that it is completely deserted even, devoid of any signs of life. Houses, shops, town hall, church, no human being to be seen. The traveler informs the authorities of a nearby town of this fantastic event. The next day, an officer accompanied by 2 policemen visits Fetchrock, except everything is back to normal. 10 years later, John Parker, a journalist, reluctantly accepts the assignments to investigate these strange events, as they have been now grown into a persistent local legend. Could it have all been a practical joke by that anonymous traveler, or did something truly strange take place in that vanishing town? Things become more mysterious when Parker learns no inhabitant of Fetchrock remembers what happened that day. What at first seems to be a lousy job for Parker eventually turns into a nightmare, as Fetchrock is no ordinary town, but home to deadly secrets and a lurking evil. In this outstanding debut, Michael Arthate has concocted a wonderfully twisted tale bound to keep you guessing until the last page, says Psychotic Dream magazine. If H.P. Lovecraft was alive and suddenly decided to write his take on the Wicker Man, the result would be this book. Deep, engaging reading and downright terrifying, says Tales from Relay. Michael Arthate is a newcomer writer in the genre, born in Providence, Rhode Island, and settled later in London, England. His first novel is proof that he takes no prisoners when the goal is to scare people. With a fresh and compelling writing style, Michael has published several short stories in mystery horror magazines, His upcoming book is eagerly anticipated by his new legion of fans. So I'm assuming that this is our book, yeah? Yeah, because the guy on the phone called us Michael. Now, is this one of our early works, or do we truly only have one hit novel and we said, fuck it, we need to buy a mansion in England now to write our life away? What kind of money are you making? Holy fuck. We had matches with us the whole time. Jerry P. Carter, real estate agent, Rothbury, Northumberland. Oh, right, that's where it's set. We took a pen. Oh, maybe we can put that in the door. Journal? Oh, get laundry, something effect, find CDs, something home. Barbara's number. Shout out to Barb. Rectum article. 2? Bappy Patrick? Bappy track. Finish Bappy track. What the fuck is a Bappy track? We gotta finish the Bappy track, whatever the fuck it is. Okay. I love our unguarded toothbrush just rolling around in our suitcase next to our dirty ass shoes. Cheers. To Michael Arthate, London. October 7th, 1976. Michael, it took me months, but at last I think I have it managed. Well, I mean, I think, so to speak. As there are only a few details left, but it's hard to read. But I can confirm with certainty that the house is yours. I owe you an apology because I didn't think that it would take me that much time. I tell you, I never thought that timing, or that finding a Victorian house and no more and no less than in Rothbury would have been so hard. The majority of the old houses in this region are either impossible to live in or they belong to the aristocracy. As that wasn't enough, you and your bloody whims. Was it really necessary being so cut off from town? Why all this sudden need for solitude? Well, as long as you don't become one of those typical hermit writers. Anyway, the beauty will take your breath away. Belonged to a wealthy family that always took great care of it. Around the mid-60s, it became the property of one person, I believe a friend of the family. He lived there for about 5 years or so, and then abandoned it. Yes, you read right, abandoned it. As far as I know, this lunatic, a renowned doctor, spent his last days getting drunk in lousy bars before vanishing from the face of the earth. Why someone would do that's beyond me. House then became the property of the National Trust, and surprisingly enough, no one ever did anything about it. That is, until I rescued it from oblivion, of course. It took me a lot of work, so I hope you like it. The price is just as we discussed earlier. I know it's hard to believe, but the price of the interior was never agreed upon, so whatever you find inside, be it furniture or long-lost Rembrandts, is yours. Just remember our deal. If you find anything of great value, you have to share it. I won't bother you if your sofa collection happens to be valued in the thousands, but if you bump into a hidden cache of money, and you can never know, really, then I want a piece of it. Wait a second. If you happen to sell any important items you find inside the house, such as your sofa collection, I should get a part of that too. Business is business, my friend. By the way, I sent 2 people over yesterday to clean it from top to bottom. 6 years without inhabitants must have left a mice-coated dust, don't you? Or a nice coat. The little jackets of mice. They left dust everywhere. Barfy track? Maybe? That doesn't make any more sense, does it? Evil wizard curses townspeople to disappear. But really, he's just rescuing them from the sudden storm of death that would otherwise occur. They couldn't do wonders, though, and you're going to need to fully clean that place. Oh, they told me the house seems to have a rat problem. You can't have it all. Should you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. Your friend, Jerry. Okay, so Jerry's a real estate agent. Got it. So yeah, what you're telling me is if I find of anything of value, I'm going to lie and not tell you and keep it for myself, because in the contract we agreed that anything in this house is mine. So, get fucked. Okay, maybe, yeah, we have a couple things to do now, I reckon. I should save my game, it's been a while. So now we're really getting the ball rolling, now that I have been upstairs. I think probably they wanted you to go upstairs, put all your stuff away, then explore the whole house, but I never do the objective first. And now I know everything that I need to do. So I'm gonna save bedroom. And I'm going to take a quick break because we are almost, holy shit, 3 hours in and I have yet to take one. Well, they said it was cleaned from top to bottom. It's only been abandoned for, what'd the note say? Mid-60s, and we're in 76 right now. So at 10 years max? Oh, that's quite a long time for an abandoned home. But if it's just sitting here in dust, like, it's not so bad. I don't know if it needs to be fumigated after 10 years. Well, there are rats, though, so... I don't know, this dude doesn't really seem like he finds anything of much value personally in this house anyway, right? He's calling everything a useless trinket, so maybe he will give old Jer a call. I've never played a Sly Cooper game, I wouldn't know. Also, hey Abyssal, welcome on in, dude. No cocaine tincture? Well, there were no bottle, there were, old, like injectable medicine bottles in the drawer. And these are all empty. No corks or anything. Wait. No fun medicine for old Mikey. Guess we'll have to stick to the aged booze sat out in open air. Alright. I'm going to take a break. It'll be a little bit extended since I've not taken one. I'll stream. I'm going to make a pot of coffee and let it finish. I'll just be a few minutes. Everyone, get up. Stretch your legs, grab a snack, and I will see you folks soon. Alright. Oh. Oh heavens. Oh heavens, no. Oh mercy, give me one moment, I'm on the wrong scene. There we go. Coffee with almond milk and sugar, please. I'll do you one better. I got almond milk and homemade chocolate syrup. Will you take that, Nikes? Is that okay? It's the best I can do you for. I love the menu music. You'll get nothing. You can have a sip. Just one little sip. I haven't had warm coffee in quite some time. It's warm, so out, so I've been having iced coffee. But, oh, this is so cozy. It's very good with the chocolate syrup. Yeah, everyone gets one communal sip. You guys have to use like the multi-branch crazy straw. You gotta take turns, like 5 at a time. Having one sip. And welcome on in, Tango. How's it going, dude? This guy's up. He's awake. Yeah, I mean, I haven't in a really long time, TMA. Because I like buying sugar-free syrups for my coffee. Just because I drink so much during the day. Trying to cut down the sugar a little bit. Not like that probably really matters. And every single time in the past when I've tried to make my own chocolate syrup, it doesn't taste very rich, and it's usually quite watery. But I didn't want to spend the money on chocolate syrup this time. So I just made my own, and it turned out great. Turned out fantastic, so. I often make my own syrups for like drinks and coffees. I just haven't tried doing chocolate in a while. How do I make it? Hold on, I wrote it down, I'll tell you. What did I do? I did about a cup of sugar, scant cup of water into a pan, around 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder. Let that heat up. You're basically making a simple syrup with cocoa powder. Let that heat up and dissolve completely. And then once it's dissolving and it's warm, add in a splash of vanilla and however many chocolate chips you want. You can do milk chocolate or semi-sweet. And make sure that like smoothly incorporates, otherwise the chocolate will seize or separate. So you want to make sure it's nice and warm, and then just let that mix and thicken up for a while, and then bottle it. That's it. Yum. Basically the same as a simple syrup. Okay, right, we have items now. Ooh, what do we want to try first? I just had a thought. I just had a hoe. We might be able to use this knife for the thingy outside with the wire on the door. It's either the church or the mausoleum. Right, I didn't even think about that. First, let's go to the attic, and then was the kitchen had the stove? No, I think both of these things are in the attic. Or the attic region, the top floor. We have the mini stove that's just hanging out upstairs for some reason. Don't know what we need that for yet. And then I'm thinking that we can stick the pen in the door. Or pen 15 even. Let's go upstairs first. It depends on the brand of sugar-free stuff, Joe. I find like coffee syrups are usually fine because you're adding such a small amount, or at least you should be, that the flavor is good. Pretty comparable to their non-sugar-free versions, but like sugar-free like candies, for example, pretty wretched. Where was it? Let's try here. Sticky mouth feeling of sugar syrups? I don't really get that. But I'm a bit of a sugar fiend. Here's our little stove that we're going to light for no apparent reason. Yet. There's probably a reason later, but I just don't know what it is now. Since I had no intention of burning anything just yet, I decided not to waste my matches. Okay. Well, at least he's reasonable. I just wanted to light it for fun and then leave a fire running in this unattended room. But, you know, loser. Yeah.
I want to start a fire.
Sugar-free syrups for after-dinner coffees. Yeah, I just end up drinking so much during the day. I like to have sugar-free, but I also like making my own, so... Oh, wait, this is the room we just came from. Oops. The locked door is across the hall from here, yeah? Is it this one? No. It's down here. The jiggly newspaper. Yes! Come on! Oh, I didn't have a need to write on that. Dang it! Do you want to write on this? I didn't have a need to write on that. What about the envelope? No point in writing an address on it until I had something to mail. Could have been useless. It would have been useless mailing that paper. Okay. Then never mind, we don't have anything to do but to try that knife outside. That sounds very violent. I meant to try the knife on the wire outside. We're gonna go try our knife outside. First item, it's just our inspection tool. So this is how we inspect things in our inventory. To get the flavor text or to see what it says to get hints. Let's see. It's through the kitchen door to get out to the, like, mausoleum, right? Oh god, where is that? Through here? Is this the kitchen? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dining room. So we're close. Is this the kitchen? No. This is the study. I need a map for this place. I should have honestly hand-drawn a map. That would have really helped. I'm not even joking. This place is fucking huge. Fuck. Not through here. Where's the kitchen? I'm sure we could get there from other doors, but I'm not certain. I just know that it was only accessible through, like, the... That chapel was only accessible through the door that leads into the back garden and the kitchen. That's why I'm trying to find where it is again. Oh, here we are. Your favorite sugar-free syrup tastes terrible on its own with coffee. It's very good. Yeah, sometimes it just depends on what you add it into as well. What's your favorite? I do like a good chai syrup. There's a brand that I get called like Skinny Syrups or something stupid, but they have a chai flavored syrup that I really, sugar-free syrup that I really quite like. Also, this game's been pretty good so far. It's very atmospheric. We're really just getting started. All I've done is explore the house and read a couple notes so far. I think now we're finally getting into the, like, puzzles. But very pretty. Everything's very well rendered and modeled. The atmosphere is very nice. Alright, come on. Big money.
It was impossible to cut through the lane with an knife.
My cat is being a cat again. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Sorry, I realized as I was yammering on there, I was muted. I tried to turn off my face cam with my Stream Deck, but it wasn't on. I don't have a Stream Deck button set up for this scene. It is indeed, yeah, kind of a cult classic in the horror scene, and it's my first time finally playing it. I've always wanted this one boxed. Okay, so we can't fucking use the knife here. Well, shit, there goes all my fucking ideas. Um... Do I have to look at a guide already? He won't light the stove yet, right, because we have no reason to light the miniature stove. He won't use the knife for that door. I don't know where else we'd possibly use this knife. No clue where to use a stethoscope. No clue where to use a lantern. We have paper, strange symbols, don't know. Empty envelope, don't know. Pen, I don't know. What was the first thing? Oh, this is just our inspection tool, so we can look at items in our inventory. It was an ordinary pen. The envelope was empty. And so on. Yeah, the mood's very good. Is there something in our car? Should we try opening up the boot? Maybe? Is there something in the foyer I haven't explored? The knife is gonna be like the crank where we hold on to, or the jack, where I hold on to it all fucking game. Right, that's the basement that he won't go into. Can't use the house key? Fucking stethoscope. I couldn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Interesting that there's unique dialogue for that. Knife it. No, I could have hurt myself. You like black coffee in the morning? I wish I was a black coffee enjoyer. Unfortunately, I am not. Just can't. Did we open this? Is this openable? No. Welcome in, Chillstar. A marshmallow syrup. Huh. And it didn't taste like marshmallow. Yeah, I'm not a big marshmallow fan, but if it didn't taste like it, cheers. First item you pick up, but you don't use it until you're like, it's kind of infuriating. Yeah, let's go back. I might have to look at a walkthrough. I want to go back to the beginning of the house and see if there's anything I've explored. Or not explored. Go back to the very beginning. What would we even need to use on the stove? And he won't look at the fountain any closer. I thought maybe we would because of the flower petal photo. Go back to our car.
Which I hoped I would never need to open.
The key didn't fit. Is there... It was a car store. Fuck it, let's go. Bye-bye. I'd only just arrived, and the idea of going driving again wasn't very tempting. Okay, so you just want to leave the keys in the ignition? Cheers. It's your choice, man, if you feel safe. Stethoscope on the clock? Abstract idea, but I'll try it. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we'd find a safe or something, but we haven't encountered a safe yet, unless it's behind that locked door upstairs. It makes noise. Many things do. But the tiny clock? Or no, the grandfather clock. Yeah, this guy. The time was now 10 a.m. Oh, so time actually has passed. An hour has passed now. Huh. Couldn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Yeah. I'll never lose my keys. The honking didn't progress the story. No. I think it's just that we went upstairs finally. That progressed the story. We put our typewriter down. Do you think maybe now we can get a start writing? Maybe. What's in the store again? Someone's going to steal my car. Oh, this is my room. Yeah, someone's going to steal my car. It'll be great. Nothing. Huh. Chat, I fear it might be time to consult the grimoires. Huh. Mostly this house is so fucking huge, like to go back into every single room to see if I missed anything, which I wouldn't necessarily mind doing. It would just take us a long time on stream. Might have to go slip into my mind palace. Let me consult them here. Mostly because we only have like an hour left of stream, so I don't want to waste time retracing steps unnecessarily. Grimoire, reveal to me your secrets. I wonder if this game's on Game Boomers. Hold on, let me look. Game Boomers, my beloved. Pull through? Pull through, perhaps? Pull through? Categorize S? It does! Yippee! They have several. Bless you, Game Boomers. I knew I could count on you. Alright, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I have to get through a lot here just to figure out what I'm going to do. Hold on, I have to, like, find my place. Also, welcome in, Dixie. Oh? Oh. What? Wait, what the fuck is it talking about? Who? What? Who? Who is... I don't know who that character is. Hold on. I think I scrolled way too far. Hold on. Key, go inside, survey your surroundings, staircase, living room, phone rings, Jerry. Enter the guest room on the right, table, suitcase, typewriter. You can read the notes on your book. Pick up the pen and the matchbook, examine Jerry's business card and Barbara's number in your notebook. There's a copy of your first book in there. Okay, yeah. Anatomical drawings. Oh, there's a note. In the waste bin? I didn't notice that. This isn't, like, where we're supposed to go, but apparently there is a note here. Yeah, I want to read it. Ah! A sip of water first. True bit of scribbles, he's a hater. Why is it that I can't concentrate? Crumpling pages like this. I'm getting worse. The whisperings, they're killing me. They cannot be real, they cannot be real. Barred the doorway, but I can still hear them in my dreams. How to get rid of it? It was only that simple, but tearing it apart would force me to admit its otherworldly nature. No, it just can't be possible. I can't allow these thoughts to cross my mind, but I can really hear them so clearly. I really lost it. It just can't be that. It just can't be that. I'm experiencing exactly what James did. It has to be influence. How else to explain that every time I walk past the gallery, the whispers grow louder? They're luring me inside. It wants me closer. I can hear them again. Yes, the tortured souls of the fallen now suffering for eternity. A chant. Next room. I know for sure it's the source now. I can't fool myself any longer. Those drums. Oh, please, for Christ's sake, don't let it be drums. I have to document this. I have to keep going because if James was right, may God have mercy on our souls. Well, this is quite the jump. This is quite the jump in atmosphere. I imagine it wanted you to discover this first before you went into the gallery, so then the music, the ambient music, the drumming that played in there would have made you a little bit more on edge. Oops. Okay. Someone's going insane, or perhaps they're being haunted. Now, after that, leave the flip the light switch, leave the guest room, and call Jerry. Oh, because we need the lights and the water to work. No shit. No fucking shit, huh? Just in case I tried again, but there still was no power. Guess that would make sense. Who are you gonna call? Big Jer. Alright. We go back. That goes into the kitchen? Oh, this goes into the foyer? No, we're upstairs. Aren't we? Oh, this is the bathroom. Apparently there's also like a pencil or something I missed somewhere, which apparently we need because we can't just use a pen.
How do I go downstairs? Yep. This way.
Well, we have plenty of teapots here and a miniature stove, but he doesn't want any tea, he doesn't want a stiff drink, nothing. Hey, Jer. I wanted to speak with Jerry. I called Barbara, or dialed, right, we had Barbara's number in our suitcase upstairs. Don't know what to do with that yet, but Jerry, shit doesn't fucking work.
Hello?
Jerry, it's me.
What's up, Michael?
Everything seems to be fine, except the lights don't work.
And the
You
water?
don't have to worry. I forgot to tell you. I had an electrician, one that I trust, to meet you there this morning. You know how a lack of power can
He's
be
not
a
here.
recurring issue in old places like that. He should be arriving soon.
That's good to know. I'll set up my stuff and let you know how everything does later.
Perfect. Have fun.
Sure.
Fun. Sure, I guess. Oh, so they wanted you to call him, like, right fucking away. Well, I've already explored the whole damn place. Okay. Should I meet him outside? Now what? That actually kind of left me nowhere. Okay, let's go Barb. What's up, Barbie?
Hello, R8 Productions.
Ah.
Productions? What in heaven's name was that?
Oh, hi, boss. I was just
Our
reading
secretary.
Well, don't. I don't want people thinking I'm some kind of studio. And don't call me boss.
I'm sorry, it's just that no one was calling and all of a sudden I got excited.
I told you it was going to be that way, girl. But
Girl.
I still need you there.
Respect.
I just hope you're not being bored to death.
Oh, don't worry. I'm studying tongues during my spare time. I love that so much.
Aren't
That's
you?
great, but don't lower your guard.
Studying
As soon as I
tongues.
publish my new book, that place is going to get riddled with phone calls and hundreds of fan mail.
That's the spirit, boss. I know your new book is going to be a huge success.
Of course it will. As soon as I find a proper ending. And stop calling me boss.
As you wish, boss. Oh, sorry.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Good luck.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of confidence, of course, but that was a bit much, wasn't it? Well, just a little. Well, there's a little bit of power, I assume, because of the phone, right? But yeah, the lights don't work. Use an electric kettle. Oh no, yeah, we have teapots. All right. Great. Let's see. We read the diary here, yeah? Did I not? Oh! I did not read this. Okay, we did miss quite a bit of reading. There is a lot of reading in this game. But then other than just missing stuff, I want to know the next puzzle step, so I'm gonna have to look at the guide a little bit, but at least it's being thorough. April 20th. During a fit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Not that I regret it, as if my disjointed notes were worth anything. Their only purpose was to keep me sane. I feel that this is my escape route, my only means of finding some inner peace. Whenever I put my pen to this paper, I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options, that's all. But I'm rambling. I must think clearly. Focus. May 12th. I've become an eternal guardian, stuck between few choices, none of which are good. Do I fulfill a promise and violate everything that I believe in, the very principles of my life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this, dead-end state, a ghost with no purpose than just being here, watching? I truly have no escape. I can't find an appropriate solution to this problem, and I must pay the price. I am a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain my testament in these moments of meditation, my soul companion. Yeah, these notes, if we would have found them earlier, would have really set the stage. They're kind of lead you to believe something more haunting was happening to the people here, but we kind of just were running around an old house. Would maintain just enough charge on the phone line so you'd make calls during a power outage. Ah, right, yeah, that's probably why it did work. June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the window, my mind a blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. It seemed as though it was something natural for me, a part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I renounced them on that fateful day. And the worst thing is, I knew there were going to be consequences. No, that's not true. Consequences were far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? January 25th. Or 27th? 28th? I don't know. It's not the 25th. I often wonder what could have happened, or what would have happened if we simply reversed it all. What would happen if right now I come out and told the world what really happened? Now I'd end up rotting in jail, although that might be a better destiny compared to this eternal suffering. 17th of November. I can't say for sure when it all began. I just heard them one morning, coming from the next room. The whispers. They real. I've been alone for too long. They won't stop. Can't stand it any longer. February 9th. Ever since I locked it away, that everything seems to have calmed down a bit. Perhaps James was right after all. It's madness, I know, but at this point, I'm inclined to believe anything. May. Over the years, I was convinced that everything James suffered was a misfortune, a whim of destiny. For the first time ever, I'm not so sure anymore. I never thought it could happen, but I believe I understand now. If this is so, then cursed be my soul. Poor James, if I had acted in any other way, maybe things would have worked out differently, but it's too late now. And I have to suffer my cavalry. September 13th. The noises are back, although this time they're different. Before I'd only hear them inside my head, as if someone or something was whispering and, how to put this, interrupting my thoughts. Now, I can really feel them spreading around the house. What are they? September 14th. I've realized. The noises are coming from down there. I don't want to think about it anymore. December. Missing the E's. DEC, MBR. They are unbearable. They get worse at night. Oh, how I wish it would stop. What is going on down there? I don't dare go near. I don't want to know. Margie. God, how many years have passed. I've lost all sense of time. I have got to get out of this place. The diary disturbed me in a way I couldn't explain, yet I felt curious about what had been tormenting that poor fellow. Buddy, same thing's gonna happen to you. So that is the second person who lived here after the original man, James. James is the one who went on the expeditions in South Africa, I'm assuming, yeah? And that's the second guy? Okay, this is the diary again, whoops. Looked as if an untidy person enjoyed reading in the living room. This isn't that untidy. Calm down. I wondered how long that cup of coffee had been sitting there. Take a sip. Well, we know, based on the initial like description, that the second man, that man, killed his spouse, or the first man. One of the people who lived here killed their spouse. So there was a murder, and then the others went missing. So something did indeed happen. Yes. Okay. Guide? I mean, grimoire? Now what? Write the masks. The locked drawer. Yeah, we already found all that. Dining room, main hallway. We can open the curtains. Okay. I'm kind of just following step by step with this guide now because I'm not quite sure where to go next. Where are we? Okay, now we're in the study. Leave it through the double doors to the dining room. Oh, whoops, I thought the camera was like cinematically moving. No, that was just me. And more empty candlesticks. Yeah, no light. So the lights aren't working, and yeah, there are no candles either. That must be on purpose, yeah? Go through the door on the right. That's the left. Here. Like, I don't know if this guide is just being really detailed so you can see and do everything, or if oh, right over here. Or if the guide, or if, like, opening the curtains is, for some reason, a necessary part of the game. You never know with these things. Okay, we got some light. Grand. Cheers. Go through the kitchen. Dead Anthony, thanks for the follow, dude. That cool you. Okay. Icky stuff. Maid's quarters. Basement's locked. Yeah. We've been in here. How's it going, placeholder? Apparently there's something in the maid's quarters I definitely missed. No, we already read, yeah, we already read this stuff here. We took the letter. Yeah, we already did that. What? Oh, Christ. This specific drawer had a pencil that we needed to use because we couldn't use the book. The practical photographer. Or we couldn't use the pen that we have, rather.
There's not even any dust on it.
Look at this.
Someone's been drinking that juice.
$2.99. I managed to reveal what appeared to be a letter in Italian. Wait, so earlier this letter, you said there were strange symbols on it. It's just Italian? So wait, did you like do a pencil rubbing? Was that it? To reveal the letters, I'm guessing? Apparently it was a letter written in Italian. I would have never guessed to do that. I would have never, oh my god, that would have taken me like a million years to find that fucking pencil. Okay. Could be something Barbara could help you with. True. She said she was learning tongues, and apparently that includes Italian. Okay. Hold on. So now we're supposed to go back into the kitchen. There's something I missed in there. It's going pretty decent, placeholder. I'm enjoying this game. I'm having to kind of rely pretty heavily on a walkthrough now to get my bearings, because we've explored what I thought was everywhere and picked up everything, and I couldn't figure out what to do. And now I have to kind of go through all these little steps to find everything I missed, and then we can kind of get rolling again on playing without a guide. How's it going, Smoxon? A key holder, except there weren't any keys hanging from it. It's just an ordinary little table. Okay. Countless jars. Huh. Is this of significance? Like, did I need to click on that? I guess so. The key and the vase are missing. You mean from this table? Right, there should be like a wash basin or a vase here. How would we know that we're... Okay. Oh, fuck me. Really? So apparently opening the curtains was necessary. Not this hallway. Where was that? Next to the kitchen and the small hallway. So no, we're just opening the curtains for fun? No. Apparently, the fact that there's a missing vase there and the key holder is empty now triggers a clue. So now, when we looked at these vases before, he just said of excellent Western African craftsmanship. But now that we have a hint that apparently keys are missing, and now that we have light in here because the curtains are open... No? That's what the guide says, that there should be a hidden key. Huh. Wait, never mind then. I thought that's what it was implying. Hold on. Take another look at the vases underneath the window. There's a key in the one on the left. No, there's not. No, you liar. You lied. Okay. But we need that key. Whatever key is missing is what we need next to progress. I might have to look at a different guide. What? Key and vase are missing, but you've seen enough vases around the house, maybe you can find it. I've seen like a million vases. Alright, let me look at a different guide. Because either there's still something I haven't done that hasn't triggered it, or what? Use the pencil. We could try that, yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. First, I just kind of wanted to follow the guide to make sure I'm, like, making some progress before we go up there and then do nothing. I want to make a little bit of progress today. So yeah, the makeshift photo development room. We did indeed look at all of these. This is the photo of the kitchen. Yeah, the basement door is open. Yeah, we need to get the basement door open. It's locked. This might be in here in the maid's room. This might be what we're missing. There's a photo in the desk. Or on it? No, it says in the desk drawer. Oh, this photo right. This is what, oh my god, it was an old picture of the kitchen that I had just left. This, okay, so that's the trigger that we were missing. This is what it meant by there's a missing key and there's a missing vase. I swear I had thoroughly investigated this drawer, but this, you have to click very specifically on this side of the screen. Sheesh. Okay, we got it. I love classic adventure games like this because I know it sounds frustrating because of bullshit like that. That one specific photo that was preventing us from doing everything. Okay, so now let's try... No, will he say anything about the missing key here? Okay, maybe now we can go out here. And that looks like the vase. Ah, now we can click on it, and there is indeed a key in here. Yay, progress! Yippee! Yahoo! I had to look at a guide for that, which is a little embarrassing, but with these old adventure games, I try not to be too hard on myself. because they can be a little bit nebulous and a bit specific. And I felt like I was really thorough, but there were just a couple little notes I missed, and one photo. Like a little sequence of triggering events, I guess. Ooh, we can open the spooky basement now? I feel like I should save my game. What if there are ghosts down there? That'd be a little bit scary. We did it! The golden key fit nicely into place and unlocked the door. And you just have to play the horrible, horrifying horror music? Parade of Stars. Every night, Paul Clement Trio, Old Town Hall. The only returns by rounds from the Jeffrey Sharkey Battle. Cooks conducted tours all across Europe. This is the soundtrack that really plays when you go into any unfinished basement. It was terribly cold and damp. Oh, he has basement fears too, does he? Just an unfinished basement, man. I wasn't anxious until you started making me anxious. Oh. They appear to be nothing wrong with the fuses. That's not good, is it? Place is haunted. There was a drain cover in the concrete. The valve was stuck and wouldn't budge. Couldn't hear anything out of the owner, I don't know. It's making me very nervous. I mean, this is quite a cult classic. You might have seen it before. The atmosphere was dense and claustrophobic. Should I be leaving? The interior of the furnace was as dark as the mouth of a wolf. In any case, I didn't want to spend too much time near it. There was a huge furnace covering most of the east wall. I didn't understand why, but I began to feel terribly uneasy. It had a menacing look to it. Uninteresting boxes. You're making me very nervous. Do you want to leave? And come back? Could have been my mind playing tricks on me, but there seemed to be the occasional distant noises. I didn't hear anything. You're making me increasingly nervous. I hope I wouldn't have to push any of those boxes around. Okay, you want to go upstairs? Suddenly I felt a very cold breeze on my neck, and it was then that I realized I wanted to leave the basement as soon as possible. Gotcha, okay. That's a very good way of making you anxious, having the character just increasingly narrate their anxiety. I haven't really seen that done in a point and click. That actually made me very nervous. Now we can go in there, but I don't... The fuse box didn't work, right? So now what? Okay. Well, now we need to call Jerry again. Oh, yeah, I guess we tried the lights because he said the electrician would be here. The electrician's not here. So we gotta complain to Jerry again. So I guess that's what this game is chalking up to. When in doubt, call Jer Bear. I don't know if the pitch was dying down. I think that was an illusion, an auditory illusion. Have you guys listened God, what's that note called? That specific note that's meant to sound like it is increasing in pitch, but it actually isn't? I don't remember what it is. The something tone? It's like the reverse of that.
Hello?
Jerry, it's me.
What's up, Michael?
Do you know anything about the previous inhabitants of this house?
Not much. Just there were some strange individuals. There's also the murder.
You're kidding me.
Thanks, that would have been nice to know, Jer Bear.
Old-fashioned murder. You'd probably love the details, but sadly I don't know very much. It's old history, really. Although it caused quite a stir there in Rothbury. It seems the owner, James Blackwood, I think, went mad and killed his wife. I do remember the date, though. May 1963.
James Blackwood, according to the stuff I've been reading.
Okay, so he's the previous owner, not the original owner.
I should have
Okay.
thought so.
There's enough material for a whole series of stories here, you know.
After you finish your book, my friend.
Yeah, but it can never hurt poking around a little.
Would you just get back to work? Call me if you need anything.
All right, goodbye.
Fuck, I was gonna say something and I just forgot. Oh shit. Fuck. Damn it! Oh, right. So he said it was ancient history, that I shouldn't even be worried about this murder that happened in 1963. That's barely a decade ago. 13 years ago? That's not history. That's 13 years ago, my friend. I feel like that's still very relevant for this property. Hey Barb, what's up? You know Italian?
Hello?
Hey, it's me, Bobby dear. I need to
Yeah, Bobby, dear.
Get on.
I found a letter here, and I'm curious about it. It's in Italian. Do you think you could translate it for me?
My, Mr. Athwaite, are we being naughty?
Mrs. Styles.
Yes,
Perhaps.
Of course I can. Just send me the letter and I'll put hands to work as soon as I have it here.
Ah, that's why with the
I
envelope.
wonder if the postman will come by. I feel like I'm the last person alive on the whole planet here.
Well, have you told the post office in Rothbury that you're moving to Blackwood Manor?
Yes, Jerry did. I just hope they don't forget about me, that's all. In any case, thank you. You're such a dear.
That's what I'm here for.
Actually, that's what I'm paying you for. Anyway.
Sorry, I had to
I'll
sneeze.
send
I had to
you
dab.
that letter.
I'll be standing by for action.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Good luck.
I mean, I'm sure he could, but if we're like operating underneath the assumption that we have limited electricity for the phone lines right now, or we have to like pay for it, obviously, do you know how long it would sit there? How long it would take to sit there and read out every single letter? When we could just send it to her, she could just send it back. I mean, you're right, yeah, but imagine it's pretty limited and expensive. Okay, so now we have a reason to put our little letter together. Aw, cute. We don't have a postage stamp. All right. Envelope in the letter was properly addressed. Oops. Okay, let's go see if we have a mailbox or something. Sure. Cheers. Had somebody just been at the front gates? I didn't see anything. Did you, Mikey? They were trying to break into my car. Dude, they were trying to steal my car because I left the key in the ignition. What did I say? I told you, dude. I fucking told you, Michael. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a letter here anyway. That certainly wasn't a smooth start. Mr. Arthate. Mr. Carter asked for me to fix a power problem in your residence. I was told to meet you at the gates, but after several minutes, you still did not appear.
A spoonful for Daddy.
True. I waited as long as I could, but when I saw no signs of you, I felt I must leave. Please contact Mr. Carter immediately when you get this note. Meet you at the gates. Well, Right, we should have checked the time. But he didn't tell me, he just said... Old Jer Bear said that the electrician would just be by in the morning. I need a specific time. You could have started banging and yelling on the gates. Is there a call box? I didn't know when to expect you. Okay, so now I have to fucking call him again. I don't know if that's of any consequence now because I already tried the breaker myself, so I don't even know if we need to call Jerry again. You could have honked my horn, right? The car is open. Come on, man. All right. Letters in the box. Any mysterious notes left in my car? Beep, beep. Okay. Strange. I didn't see anyone over here. Huh. Try calling Jerry again, now that we've read that letter. No, I left my car open for you, buddy, since I have no way for anyone to get inside. That's my doorbell, essentially. Jerry! I dialed another number. We don't have another number yet. We don't have another number yet, I believe. Where's the damned electrician?
Carter Properties.
Jerry, we have a problem.
What happened?
The electrician missed me. He left a note in the mailbox.
Bloody hell. He was supposed to meet you at the gates early this morning.
Wait a minute.
I thought he was just being late.
Damn, then I must have missed him for a few minutes. What the heck am I supposed to do now?
Why don't you go check the fuses yourself?
I already did.
Maybe it isn't that serious.
Jerry, all the fuses seem to be fine. I think the problem might be a little more complicated than that.
I see.
What should we do now?
Go get some candles.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not.
I haven't seen a single candle in this
This
place.
guy right away, and I'm afraid he won't be able to stop by until tomorrow. He was already driving there today as a personal favor.
There must be something you can do. I don't feel comfortable walking around this place with dim lights. I barely know it.
Michael, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Mm-hmm.
It would be like you were living in a past century. Exquisite Victorian house, lit by candles.
Mm-hmm.
What I wouldn't give to be in your place.
But Michael's a hater.
Sense of adventuring back in London, thanks. I have work to do.
Sleep at the front door.
What else could you ask for? Now you have the chance to experience firsthand one of your period
Hmm?
Oh, very funny. Try getting that guy over here as soon as possible.
Don't worry, I will. Make sure you find some candles before it gets too dark.
Yes, candles. Bye.
So, I just realized there was no reason why he would have missed us. Said, yeah, meet him at the gate. Okay, sure. But if I didn't show up at the gate for a few minutes, you know, you'd think walk up to the front door, but then, oh, he's probably at the other side of the gate. He couldn't get in. But the mailbox is on my side of the gate, and he left the letter in the mailbox. So clearly he could have gone into the gate. So he could have just, look, he could have just walked up to the fucking front door and fucking knocked. Look at this shit. Look. See? What, you're telling me he fucking practiced his reach around skills? Elastic Man over here? And put the letter in the mailbox this way? It is strange that the mailbox is on the inside and not the outside of the gate. So he just didn't fucking feel like knocking. Or maybe he did and I just didn't hear it because I was so lost in the bowels of this house. That could be possible as well. Huh. Yeah, and the fact that we don't have running water, but no, we're not going to tell Jerry about that. Alright. So... Okay, we're actually supposed to call Jerry again after we've explored, saying that we can't find any candles. I was right. I said, I haven't seen a single candle, but there are 3 specific drawers that you have to look in, apparently. I'm assuming that I've already looked in all those drawers, but I could be missing one.
Yes?
Jerry, I'm freaking out. I couldn't.
I'm going totally bonkers, dude.
Inside this place.
You're kidding me. I can't believe it. Did you look well?
Yes, every single room, drawer, box, cabinet.
Yeah, I kind of did things in the wrong order here. Don't tell anyone.
Listen, the town isn't too far away. No more than 20 minutes drive.
That's not bad.
If you can't find some candles there, I'll eat my hat.
You'll eat your whole closet. This is getting on my nerves.
Drive time.
Come on, it's just a quick ride. You know how to get there?
Yeah, I saw it on my way here. Did you call Mr. Busy Electrician who couldn't hold on for just 5 more minutes?
Yes, he'll be doing me another special favor, and we'll be going there tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
It's the best he can do. You have to bear in mind it's Sunday. We'll charge extra, of course.
I
Don't doubt
don't care. I have no power. I'll get him myself if he doesn't show up.
Calm down. Drive to the town before it gets too dark. You won't be able to find your way back if it does.
Yeah, I had to buy some food anyway.
There you go. Godspeed, and drive safe.
Thanks, Jer Bear.
Right.
Yeah, so I was supposed to do some exploring, call Jerry, do some exploring, call Jerry, do some exploring, call Jerry, and I kind of just fucked off, explored everything, picked up a whole bunch of items first that I don't know what to do with. So I kind of did things a little backwards, but I usually do in these types of games. That's alright. But now we have a reason. That are keys in the ignition.
Let's go. Beep beep. Honk honk.
The car wouldn't. Oh fuck! The car wouldn't start. It was only then that I realized that I'd left the lights on. No, we didn't. There, I saw no lights on these bushes. You did not leave the lights on. I bet you, because I left my key in the ignition, that person that we swore we saw at the gates, or maybe the electrician even to get back at me, opened up my car door and turned my lights on for me. Oh, I bet he fucking did. The car battery was fucking dead. Oh, I bet it was that electrician. I bet he did it. And I didn't want to get back in the car. Oh. I bet. This would be quite haunting, being in this house completely in the dark at night. I will admit, I would be a little bit frightened as well. Jerry! No, we did not play. I think he did mention it was a bit on a whim, but a fucking whim indeed. Are you kidding? Holy shit, man. You planned nothing at all. Jerry, help!
Let me guess. Michael.
Jerry, you won't believe this. It's insane. My car is dead.
What? Are you sure? Have you checked its pulse?
I'm not joking. It's gone.
My friend, this completely redefines the term suspension of disbelief you sometimes use for your stories.
Well, it's true.
I'm speechless. I forgot the lights on and the car ran out of batteries.
I didn't forget the
All because
lights.
of that bloody fog. Jerry, you've got to help me. Get over here.
Michael, look at the time. I can't drive to Northumberland right now.
You said it's only 20 minutes away?
Can't spend the
Well,
whole
actually,
night
town's
without
only
one
20.
single source of light. I barely know this place, and I won't be able to find my way. Heck, I don't even know if it's rid of ghosts
Hey, Fillmore.
yet.
Are you a sleepwalker, Michael? You lie down on the bed, you sleep, you wake up, and you'll have tons of bright light then.
That's not
Cheers.
helping. And you're the one who got me into this mess in the first place.
Hold on a minute. It's not my fault if the electrician missed you for a few minutes.
No, it isn't.
There aren't any candles in a 3-story mansion, and your car's battery was low.
Okay, listen. When will you be coming back to Rothbury?
I'll be arriving home early tomorrow morning, and I'll come for you shortly after. We'll drive to town, stock yourself up, and then spend the rest of the day in your garden, drinking some beers while we wait for Mr. Electrician. Sounds like a plan?
This does sound nice.
And I don't think there's any plan B either.
I'm afraid not. Sorry. I really took all the precautions to make your stay there as comfortable as possible. But I guess sometimes things are just meant to go wrong.
This place is cursed.
Apparently.
That's why, Jer Bear.
On my way then.
Call me back if you need anything. And Michael,
Yes.
just don't let this situation get on your nerves.
A
I
little
promise
late.
It won't. Goodbye.
A little late for that. What would we do with that old Jer? Okay, well, I think now this is a pretty good point to stop. Now is about my wrap-up time. So I will be continuing this tomorrow. I'm definitely going to have to look at the guide a little bit more. Yeah, it's mostly my fault because I explored what I thought was everywhere first and kind of did things in the wrong order, so now I'm kind of having to backtrack. And I'm all jumbled up, and there are a couple things that I missed. I'm assuming now we probably just go upstairs and wait. Actually, maybe I'll go upstairs into the bedroom and save there. Is this our room? I mean, call me back if you need anything, but please don't. I'm so fucking tired of hearing your voice. Save, please. Saturday, 11 a.m. Is it noon now? To find where to click. Yeah. And I thought I really had explored everywhere, but there was a couple obscure spots that I did not click. The main spot to progress was to get the key for the basement. And in order to do that, you had to click on a specific corner of a photo in a drawer that I'd already collected things from that I didn't see. But we did it. We made progress. We explored all of the house. We have a couple items in tow. We at least like know some other things that we have to do. Like there's still that miniature stove. There's the locked room upstairs with the newspaper now. Also, he said that he had no sources of light. He has matches. There's wood in the fireplace, and there's extra wood outside for the second fireplace. I saw the wood. We have some light. What does he mean?